My mic is never on. I keep forgetting about that. We got a couple of videos to react to. One of these is going to be this Not Sam, who is the 2024 Female Wrestler of the Year. I'm super interested in finding out what he thinks about that, especially since he primarily works with WWE. Then we're also going to look at the friend of the stream. So, if you have to leave early, these will be posted. I downloaded it to my computer, and I had so much fun yesterday playing. I haven't gotten to the portion where I'm playing ranked yet, but we might hit that fun. So let's see. Where am I? Here we go. This one. We're gonna start with Sam Roberts. Sam Roberts works with the WWE on occasion, has his own show. I think it's a Sirius XM show. Seems a pretty cool guy. But let's see what he has to say about his who is a 2024 Female Wrestler of the Year.
Who is the female superstar of the year? And there are a lot of options for female superstar of the year as well. Of course,
he's right.
It got.
I think this year has been huge for rise and really become, the best versions of themselves this year. And I think this upcoming year, 2025, is going to be a massive year in women's wrestling. 2024 was a huge year. I think 2025 is going to be even bigger year for women in wrestling. Yeah, let's see what he says.
The first half of the year, it's like without these big stars to work with, it becomes very, very difficult. But a lot of people made it work. I mean,
yeah.
On both sides of the table, Toni Storm is a layup, definitely one that people should consider.
Yeah, if you weren't watching AEW while Toni Storm was, the head of the women's division, you were missing out. That was a great time. Mariah May has done a fantastic job carrying it after, but Toni Storm blew it out of the park. Her character work was flawless. It was so much fun to watch Toni Storm. Great.
Ascended, somebody who has blown their spotlight up. Rhea Ripley now is that person who, regardless.
Rhea is like before she was still the face of the women's division and did not hold a belt. And if you can do that, if you can be that, that's huge. It is.
But to me, I think that's where she started this year. And to be fair to Rhea, she was out. She was out for a long stretch with an injury and then a short stretch with the orbital thing. But she was after WrestleMania. But it is what it is. And what it leaves us with is, to me, Rhea Ripley not being female superstar of the year. Maybe somebody from
NXT might be the best women's roster in the world. And I don't say that, lightly or anything like that. I say that with full confidence that the women's roster on NXT might be one of the best in the world. They've still got a lot of young faces and a lot of people that need a lot more time and yada, 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 to really make it anywhere. But they have high potential. They've got some stars in the make. NXT women's roster is bar none the best in women's wrestling right now.
But there's no way to me that anybody is female wrestler of the year except for Liv Morgan.
I don't know about that one, Sam. I don't know about that one.
Tell you why, Liv Morgan has always had support from fans. People have always
wanted
to see Liv Morgan succeed. And that group of people who want to see her succeed has only grown and only grown and only grown. But it's one thing to be that underdog that everybody wants to see succeed.
Right.
It's another thing to be WWE's female representative on Netflix's Christmas Day NFL football game. It's another thing to be able to look face to face with Rhea Ripley and realize Rhea Ripley's not making you anymore. And that wasn't the case at the very beginning of the year.
Okay, I see what he's saying. I can agree with this. I can agree with this somewhat. Because Liv Morgan before this year was comparative to a lot of the women on the roster, you know, she pretty much just overlooked on a lot of things, very forgettable. And this year has definitely transformed her into somebody you cannot forget. You will not forget, and WWE will not let you forget. So
Morgan came back.
He's right.
She comes back in the Royal Rumble, and everybody's excited to see her. And there's that great shot of Liv outside the ring. And those four, I don't know who were the four. I think it was Bianca, Jade, Liv. Was it Bayley? No, Bayley won. Whoever the fourth one was. But needless to say, it was, a top four that were sitting outside the ring. And nobody really knew where Liv Morgan fit in. And she came and she did an interview on the bump after the Royal Rumble. And she started talking about the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I guess she's trying to... Liv Morgan match wasn't happening then. So it was almost like, oh, okay, is this something that, what's it going to be, a backlash match? And maybe it was supposed to be a backlash. And for a lot of people, it's the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Because Liv Morgan is just being set up to be involved in a rivalry with the top superstar in the female division, and the top superstar goes down. So for a lot of people, that ends up being, well, if I don't have that person to kind of keep me up on the level that she's at, how do I stay up there? And Liv Morgan kind of had to do it herself.
I can see a lot more of where he says that Liv deny, the rise that she's had this year. Especially, if she was about to be in a program, bull by the horns and be the Rhea Ripley of the story instead of, being just Liv Morgan, being another mid-tier superstar that would come in and come out of the championship picture. She had to really push herself further and push herself to be the best version of herself she could be. And she definitely did that this year. I can't deny that.
Liv Morgan became the blueprint for breadcrumb storytelling.
Really? Yeah.
This whole... I was obsessed. People were obsessed. Oh, then Liv and Finn Balor get out of the same car and all this stuff is going on. And you can't believe it. But I mean, it builds and builds and builds to the point where Dominic is accidentally interfering in her match with Becky Lynch, and she's able to beat Becky Lynch for the women's championship. And Dominic goes, oh, no, I was trying to do something for Rhea Ripley, and, we don't like Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, okay, is this where
true?
you're going? Because keep in mind, and this is hard to believe, but there were a lot of people who were like, and I don't even remember, I might have been one of them, that were like, you can't separate Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah,
the Rhea
that's
Ripley,
very true.
Dominic Mysterio thing is too good. You cannot separate them. What are
that's very true. When they separated them, I was shocked because it was like, why would you do this? This is printing money. Why would you separate them? The Judgment Day turn, love it or hate it, was good, even though it's a little overdone, a little tiring now. At that moment, it was fantastic. It was a great move. Too long, but He is right on
I
that.
mean, Dominic's got a turn. Maybe Dominic and Rhea are going to be babyfaces, but you can't have Dominic and Rhea not be together. It's not going to work. And guess what? Not only did it work,
Yeah,
it
it
worked with
worked.
flying colors to the point where those people, as well as many, many more people, are saying, please never break up Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
that moment happens, when that payoff happens.
But I do think that we'll get a breakup here pretty soon after his actions Monday. If you didn't watch, he did go into the ring, and after Rhea Ripley won the title, he tried to get back in her good graces, and not work out for him. So we'll have to see, but no, I think he's completely right.
Happens at SummerSlam, and Dominic interferes, and then he plants one on Liv Morgan, and we realize it's official. And Liv Morgan has taken the Women's Championship, and Liv Morgan has taken the Judgment Day, and Liv Morgan has taken Dominic Mysterio. You go, oh my God. But that was only SummerSlam. That was July. It was July. And Liv Morgan has still been the tippity top female on the roster.
Yeah.
Leading up to then and since then.
She finished the year as the top of the roster.
Could have just had, and I'm sure that it was at least a thought early on. Maybe the plan will be as soon as Rhea Ripley comes back, she'll just beat Liv Morgan. Too much. She's a massive star now.
Yeah, like if this wasn't working, she would have dropped the belt to Rhea as soon as Rhea came back. She would have lost Dominic again. Probably, maybe not lost Dominic. She would have definitely lost the Judgment Day. Judgment Day probably would have stayed together if this Liv thing was not working. Dominic Mysterio probably would have gone with Liv because if this wasn't working out, it would have ended like as soon as Rhea was ready. But it was working out flawlessly. It was working out fantastically.
In that women's division. And so you get to the end of the year, and Liv Morgan is as big a star as Rhea Ripley.
Right. Well, she really is.
Me, that level of growth. And the fact that she was able to pull off a story that was being told in a way that really wasn't getting done a lot. This breadcrumb storytelling where little things were happening in the background and people have to pay attention to everything and eventually it pays off. That's a newer thing. It's something we've wanted for a long time.
Yeah.
Who's to say if it'll actually work or not?
Yeah.
And Liv made it work. And now people are interested in what comes next. Liv Morgan, even if she loses to Rhea Ripley on Raw, she's going to be bigger for it. And if she doesn't, and that's the other thing, you could see her not.
Right.
There are plenty of people that are saying, well, Rhea doesn't need.
Yeah, this was obviously before Raw. She did end up losing the title. But I think he's right. I think he's correct, Morgan. But the points he's made has definitely brought me back into being like, yeah, Liv Morgan 100% could be definitely in the talks for the female wrestler of the year, if not the female wrestler of the year, because there are a couple other women I think we could be talking about, like Toni Storm. I also think should be up in this conversation. I don't think this should be. I think Liv Morgan for WWE is a female wrestler of the year for sure, 100%. But I think Toni Storm companies, Japan has like a handful of exclusively women promotions that have some incredible wrestlers that I don't know well enough to name any of them, if I'm going to be honest with you. But the big three US brands, yeah, you could 100%. Those are the three women that should be in contention for this
title. And I'm not ready to see Liv Morgan lose it. I want to see
that sucks, Sam.
Liv Morgan as champion.
That sucks for you, Sam. I'm sorry.
That kind of shows you the growth that this performer has had. This is why, for me, it's 100%. Not even an argument to be had. Liv Morgan is the female wrestler of the year. That's it. That's it. We don't have to have any more discussion.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he's right. I still would contest, maybe not worldwide, definitely for the WWE. But after hearing his points, I definitely think he's right. Think about that until he said that. that breadcrumb story where she was, just seen with Dom here and there, or getting out of the car with Finn, and just a handful of she's backstage doing like this small thing in the back of another backstage segment was honestly smart, and it really did draw a lot. Like, people forgot about what was going on in front of them because Liv Morgan pulled Dominic into a room. We don't know what was going on in the room, but nobody was paying attention to Rhea. What is going on with the Judgment Day? Are they dropping Rhea? Like, it's just all I would see during that time. And he is, and it was good. I agree. As much as I'm not a fan of what's going on now, I'm glad Rhea got the belt back. I can't find any flaw in his logic, if I'm being honest with you. I think he's right. Yeah. W video, not Sam. Make sure to subscribe, give him a like. It's a good video. We might watch the male wrestler of the year tomorrow. But yeah, it's a great video. Not Sam is awesome. I like Not Sam a lot, or just Sam. He does a lot of the pre-shows for WWE. I enjoy watching him there. But yeah, Not Sam, W video. Make sure to sub, give him a like, give him a view. All right. Moving on, we're gonna go to the rise. All right. Kurt Angle, baby. Kurt Angle, baby. All right. Rise and fall of the WWF European Championship. Now, if you didn't know about it, mid-card title like the Intercontinental Championship, really prevalent before. Also, wasn't pushed very hard. It wasn't pushed very seriously. It was kind of just, whatever. Yeah, let's get into it.
WWF introduced a brand new championship that would symbolize its expansion into Europe and provide opportunities for new stars to shine.
Also, the Al Snow portion of hires from different eras and different parts of Europe, hilarious.
For 5 years, the WWF Europe 2002, its value faded and the title was gone.
Yeah.
This is the story of the rise and the fall of the WWF European Championship.
Like Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit. Like, you could go down the list of the European Championship, and it's a star-studded list for a mid-card title. But my bad. It was hardly ever pushed. It was hardly ever talked about. Nobody was like feuding over the European Championship. They would just have like a European Championship match. It was almost like every time you came out with the title, it was pretty much on the line if it was a singles competition. But nobody was like, I want the European Championship. I need to be the European Championship, other than Sir William Regal. I will say, Sir William Regal did have a whole shtick, because that was when Al Snow had it, and he was said that he was making a joke out of it. But yeah, nobody really feuded over this, which was really funny. It was just kind of like they introduced it and they held it. They lost it. Nobody was like upset about it.
February of 1997, the WWF sought to celebrate its growing European audience with a brand new championship. A prestigious tournament was held with the finals taking place in Berlin, Germany.
Oh.
The finals came down to two members of the Hart Foundation, the legendary British Bulldog and his brother-in-law, Owen Hart. In a grueling technical match, it was
this
the
match
Bulldog
was
who
super
emerged
good,
victorious, defeating Owen to become the first ever WWF European Champion. This victory was monumental. The Bulldog, already a beloved figure in the UK, became the perfect choice to hold the title. giving it immediate prestige as a symbol of European pride. Fast forward to September of 1997, the European title was now on the line in one of the most emotional matches of the year. The British Bulldog defended the title against Shawn Michaels at One Night Only, a special pay-per-view event in Birmingham, England.
Ooh.
With his family watching from ringside, the Bulldog was heavily favored to retain the title. This match is remembered not only...
I do remember that match. That match was super good. The beginning of the the European Championship was, without a doubt, a fantastic run. It was very good at the beginning. But like a lot of things with the WWE, it got over with the fans at the beginning. In the beginning, it was awesome. It was sought after. People fought hard over it. In the end, it was champion. And that's what this became, is like the European Championship is thing along those lines, but don't really have a spot for them. Something's working out with the Intercontinental Championship, and so they've kind of got to put them on hold, but they want to test whether they would be good with a belt and see what happens.
Michaels became the first American to hold the European Championship, marking the start of DX's mockery of the title. By December of 1997, Shawn Michaels was forced to defend his European title against DX stablemate Triple H, in what became one of the most ridiculous.
This is hilarious. This is about to be hilarious.
History.
I hope he shows the full thing.
Triple H pinned Shawn Michaels after just lying on top of him when Michaels next year. The European Championship bounced between stars like Owen Hart, who defeated Triple H in early of 1998, and D'Lo Brown, who brought credibility back to the title.
Yeah, I will say D'Lo Brown was probably the most excited person to win that.
To a U.S. Coast Guard cutter.
What the Coast Guard better recognize is that D'Lo Brown's about to take over that damn boat right there, right now. Okay, hey, look, the engines. Can I start her up?
Remember,
Come on, let me.
I will smack you. We talked about this already. If you put it, it was just an alarm.
I really do wish D'Lo Brown had a more successful career. Honestly, I wish D'Lo Brown had a more successful career, because he is hilarious and he definitely can work in the ring. I think it was just injuries kind of held him back, maybe. I'm not sure. But
I've got my hand on the throttle.
Buttons, I know how you can't press them right now.
No.
Okay?
You need help with that door?
No.
He's not around, is he?
No, he's not. How does it feel? Feels pretty good?
Yeah, let's take this. Hey, I get to start something up. Look at, come on, buttons.
You hear it? It kicks
D'Lo
in.
Brown is so
And
cool.
when you read the status, it says run.
I thought that when he was
Isn't that
like
cool?
wrestling,
I started the shift
as well as
up.
every other video I've ever seen
Come on,
of
man,
D'Lo
come on, my
Brown.
buzz off. I started the shift up. I think all of New York City just better recognize who the hell I am. Well, Maria, I'd just like to thank you for having me on your ship, and thank you for showing me the cutter Captain Walker. And I've learned a lot of things I really didn't know about a ship, and I just once
Well,
again
I'm
thank
glad you enjoyed yourself, and for being such a good sport, I'm giving you a cookie.
I get a cookie.
Clutch cover Oreo cookie. Okay?
I'm with The Rock, obviously, and the Nation been on a roll as of late, but tonight your backs could be against the wall.
Well, I'll tell you what, your back's going to be on
The
this
Nation
board.
of Domination also was an incredible stable. You got D'Lo Brown, Mark Henry, The Rock, but the Nation of Domination was a fantastic stable.
Keep asking stupid questions.
What, Rock? Well, your backs are...
Shut your mouth. Listen, the fact of the matter is this, is all The Rock's fans know that The Rock has Triple H exactly where lead fully loaded, the Intercontinental Champ. Whether it's 2 out of 3.
It's interesting this is only coming
5
out of
7,
the
10 out of 15,
my left
it
speaker.
doesn't really matter. Last week, if you smell what The Rock is cooking.
D'Lo Brown?
No.
Just a
it's
young
Champ,
Rock.
Chump. Brother, do you realize how big Europe is? I'm royalty. It's like Williams and Charles and hell, D'Lo. You know what I'm talking about? Look at my belt, brother. Hey, X-Pac, you want a shot at the European title?
See, this is what I mean. D'Lo was awesome. D'Lo was so much fun. Like so I feel like had all the makings of a top star. And I don't understand why he was never pushed up to that level.
Well, I got two words for the European champion D'Lo Brown, and also tonight Mark Henry. A battle of the Bulls against Vader. I guess we can see tonight who is the baddest man on the block.
Oh, Mark Henry.
Henry time, and it's gonna get big, bad, and ugly all over you, Vader.
This was also pre sexual chocolate, which is hilarious. That whole segment is hilarious.
The world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Now back to everybody.
Damn Rock, you think you're gonna go into Owens' hood, Owens' backyard, and put the beat down on him? I don't think so, brother. And you know what? Owen ain't no nugget, and he's gonna be whipping up on you, boy, and show you that.
Oh, I forgot Owen Hart joined. I joined the Nation. I forgot about that. That's so funny.
Say something.
In 1998, when you thought of the WWF European Championship, you thought of one man, D'Lo Brown.
Right.
D'Lo, a member of the Nation of
He
Domination,
held that title for a
captured the
long
title
time.
twice that year, defeating Triple H and later regaining it from Way. D'Lo Brown's unique blend of humor, athleticism, and his commitment to the gimmick ensured that his reign would be remembered as happened. Shane McMahon, the boss's son, defeated X-Pac at WrestleMania 15 to win the European Championship. Shane's reign was short-lived, but it created buzz.
Yeah.
He soon retired the belt, claiming no one could beat.
Anytime a staff member, non-wrestler staff member, wins a title belt, that is the death of the title. Titles we have now survived that. But when it's something this fresh, this new, and somebody from the front office is already winning it.
Mid-card stars like Midian, who literally found the belt in Shane's bag.
Yeah,
In
like
2000, the European
nobody
Championship
really held-
found new prestige.
nobody really
thanks
cared
to
about
technical
this
wrestlers
title belt.
like Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. Guerrero in particular brought charisma to the belt. Guerrero's entertaining reign saw him defend the belt against the likes of Perry Saturn and Dean Malenko, solidifying his place as one of WWF's rising stars. Stars like Test and 2, the European Championship saw its last shining moment when Rob Van Dam defeated Jeff Hardy to unify the European Championship with the Intercontinental title. Van Dam's win at Raw on July 22nd, 2002, room for the belt anymore.
Right.
Though
And by this time they'd also acquired ECW. They acquired WCW. They had as many belts as they could want with even better prestige than the European belt that they could replace it with, i.e. the United States Championship. It took its place pretty fast.
the European Championship only lasted for 5 years, it created a unique legacy. For stars like D'Lo Brown, X-Pac, and Eddie Guerrero, it was an opportunity to shine.
It really
For
was.
legends like Shawn Michaels and Triple H, it became a symbol of their dominance during the Attitude Era. Chip remains a nostalgic piece of wrestling history. I think it had a good start. I mean, Bulldog and HBK were some of the
agree.
hugest names at the time. I think the downfall started when Shawn Michaels lied down for Triple H. And not to mention, how many times was it combined with another championship? What was the purpose at that point? While a lot more big names would go on to have the championship, I can't.
Title and called himself the champion. Also, Midian was never a huge name. Midian was part of what was it? What was Triple H or not Triple H's Ministry of Darkness. Midian came, he's a nice guy, but his WWE career was not great. Very forgettable.
From its birth in 1997 to its unification, unexpected title reigns,
See, this is what I was talking about with hold on. Let's go back. Oh, I accidentally muted it. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Al Snow in lederhosen with sausages around his neck. This period was very fun. I'm not gonna lie, this period was very fun. But it did not make for a good title, right?
Unexpected title reigns and classic matches. While it may no longer exist, its impact lives on through the stars that it helped create. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this look back at wrestling history, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the icon.
Round of applause. Round of applause for Pinfalls and Pixels. Yeah, I wish the European title would have been better. It has a great lineage. It really has a fantastic lineage. It had a really hot start. Died very fast. And it was all about booking. It was never about who held the title or like even past the title, just even people themselves. It was all about booking. The booking was weird if we go back and look at the Attitude Era for the mid-card division. The Raw is War area, the upper card booked very well. It's very solid. Great stuff going on. We look at the mid, which sucks. WWE's mid-card right now is better than the mid-card of the Attitude Era, without a doubt. I will die on that hill. But yeah, W Video, Pinfalls and Pixels. Make sure to go over there, throw him a like, give him a like, go subscribe. Great dude, great video. He had about an hour or two today. And so I'm going to we're gonna run some Marvel Rivals. If getting some notifications about dropping frames, but I don't know if I was or not. I guess we'll see. But yeah. I think we're gonna take a quick break. We're going to without being live and make sure it works first, because I haven't tested it yet. It was a little laggy yesterday. But we're gonna go into quick break. Hopefully we'll get some good work here. All right. Play to be the Moon Knight. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Going into quick match because
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I tear through the cloudless night, just like the moon. Fist of Khonshu, protector of the overnight travelers.
Get ready.
You must teach me some of your chaos magic, Wanda.
No.
Not even a tiny bit. Come now.
I think you know quite enough about chaos as it is.
Get in there.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Or you're next in line to fall.
Our foes draw near.
Great. Now my fists are all slimy. This love battlefield medicine.
The real magic. Simply magical.
I have fallen.
My anger is
Khonshu.
a nice deep freeze.
I've come back from far worse than that.
To its destination.
Sorry, Null, but the dark belongs to Khonshu.
Magneto!
We are undefeatable!
By the eye of Agamotto!
I unleash the Vishanti's power. I feel like myself again.
Focus on the battle. Double KO!
May this essence stop the king.
There, ahead, I found them.
Angry little squid? Gotta be a Namor thing.
Wait, that tree was real? in the darkness.
We are
Didn't like your teeth.
undefeatable.
Great. Now my fists are all slimy.
This is natural anger. A nice deep freeze.
At least I didn't wake up in the crazy house again.
By the Eye of Agamotto!
Here's how you shoot. 气贯长虹。
Good dagger. Popping in.
Surrender your strength. Come on, Khonshu. Let me rest.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Time to drain. The wounds are gone. Thanks.
Looks like an alien.
I squished those squids for you. Get up. I'm not done.
Be strong together. Only 60 seconds left. I am ready to put on a show.
Get up. Time's running out. Let's get underground. The moon haunts you! Khonshu demands vengeance.
You made me angry. Down to 30 seconds. We are undefeatable.
气贯长虹。
Still not dead.
The final 10 seconds. You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Well, you can't expect to win them all.
All right, is this working? Yeah, it's probably a horrible microphone. Let me go back to this. Probably gonna call it today. Pretty fun. Only live for about an hour. Which is all right. Frames. But yeah, I think I'll be live again tomorrow. For a lot longer. I've got a day for NXT and an episode Friday for SmackDown. So be on the lookout for that. News will be coming out. That, and that's probably about it for me. But you know, if you enjoyed, I'll see you tomorrow.